welcome everyone who was watching Wake Forest and Virginia. Brian Custer, Rod Gilmore, Lawrence Sisler here in Las Cruces, New Mexico State taking on Liberty. New Mexico State, their first offensive possession. This is a 29-yard field goal. Abraham Montano. Blocked. Or no, it's just.
Look, you're trying to fool everybody at home?
That field goal was good. I heard that leather.
Trying to fool people, huh?
I heard that leather, and that guy come diving through there.
Yeah, it's a second boom, boom.
So it's the Aggies who strike first. A 3-0 lead. Look, these are the two teams who were in the Conference USA Championship just last season.
Yeah. Both of them in that conference championship game. You know, and you start with Liberty. Remember, they were undefeated last season. And had we had a 12-team playoff last year, they would have been a 12 seed. And this year, most folks looking at them were like, hey, they're the favorite to make the 12-team playoff this year. The one problem on the horizon for them is they don't have the strongest schedule. They do not play a Power 4 team, while some of the other Group of 5 contenders do. So it may not be enough for Liberty to just go undefeated. They may have to do it in style and be dominant, because a one-loss Group of 5 conference champ that has played a tougher schedule might get the nod over an undefeated Liberty. That's the one issue out there for them.
Jamie Jadwell, head coach of Liberty in his second season. 14-1 is his record. This will be Liberty's second offensive possession. That means we're getting another look at Caden Salter.
There's that man.
Salter again was the Conference USA MVP last season, and probably, as Liberty believes, the best dual threat quarterback in the conference.
They're not wrong.
That's Billy Lucas. Maybe a couple.
All Salter did last year was throw 32 touchdown passes. That was tops in Conference USA. Ran for 1,089 yards. That was second. That was second in Conference USA to his teammate Cooley. But that's a quarterback running for over 1,000 yards. And he is a young man who has a lot of skills, a lot of talent. If you missed the first drive, you missed him showing you his touch and then his arm strength on an out route. If you haven't seen him play before, you're in for a bit of a treat tonight.
Here's Salter. He's going to keep it. And got back to the line of scrimmage. That was it. Cale Edwards. He's the transfer from Montana. Made the stop for the Aggies.
You know, New Mexico State, they've lost, what, 2 or 3 in a row to these guys? They were feeling some kind of way this week in pregame, right?
Have won 9 straight at home. Liberty has won 5 straight on the road. But this is the first time that Liberty has gotten the opportunity to play New Mexico State here in Las Cruces in 5 years. Tony Sanchez's crew coming after Salter. He escapes the rush and throws it away.
Perfect defense by the Aggies. They were able to keep Salter in the pocket, which is, the number one goal. Keep him in the pocket because of his legs and how deadly he is. And then coverage down the field gave him nowhere to go. So excellent defense. And if they can sort of muzzle him that way, they have a chance in this ball game.
Just the 8th meeting between these programs. Liberty has certainly dominated it. 5-2, the series record. Jordan Smith calls for the fair catch at his own 35.
They feel a little bit disrespected that they could be a huge underdog at home when they've won 9 in a row here, and they feel like they're due to beat Liberty.
How about this one? This is Monte Watkins. Monte Watkins is going to take it to the house. The Aggies on top. You know, their head coach, Tony Sanchez, said he wanted to fire this troop up. Says it's been a long time since we've had Liberty here. Let's show them why we believe we're the toast of this conference. And so far, they have come out and played inspired football.
And how about Parker Awad, the quarterback, the youngster who had such a rough game last week? And Tony Sanchez said the one thing they were going to make sure of to start this game was to get him comfortable. And that easy toss was another example of that. And if you're Awad, you got to be feeling really good about yourself right now. He's thrown the ball twice, and he's got a touchdown and 2 completions. Here you see the back slipping out, low screen pass, easy thing to read and throw. Tremendous blocking out there. B.J. Tolo, 61, the right guard with the kick-out block. And man, Watkins only needed a little space. He saw his speed there.
64 yards is what Monte Watkins rumbled to give the Aggies now a 10-0 lead. And meanwhile, Parker Awad has thrown for 92 yards. This is a guy who was just 5 of 17 in his FBS debut last weekend for 37 yards.
Exactly. He was nervous. He didn't look comfortable. He was overthinking things. And great job to start him off with a couple of easy passes and allowing his teammates to go to work for him.
Kylan Alston back deep for the Flames. And they'll start from their own 25. Let's go down to the field. The third member of our team here is Lauren Sisler.
What's going on, guys? All right, I want to talk about Tony Sanchez and what he said the theme is coming into this football game. Uncommon, Brian. You heard him say it, uncommon, because, yeah, you're a big underdog after you've won 9 straight here at home. And so he said, we got to come out fast. We got to throw the first punch. We got to take them down. And that's been the big thing with this program. No thrills, no frills. You clock in, you clock out, you get the job done.
Tony Sanchez, Jerry Sanchez, I should say, certainly no stranger to this program. First season as the head coach, spent 5 seasons as head coach at UNLV. He's the wide receivers coach in the past. Here's Salter over the middle. He's got a man in Trayon Sibley. And Sibley brought down at the 10. And just like that, the Flames knocking on the door.
We told you Salter was more than a running quarterback. Dual threat, a little bit of a misnomer with him because he can throw the football. He has shown you every possible throw so far. You know, he's feathered one in, layered one over linebackers. He's shown the strong arm to the outside. And this, do not overthrow a wide open guy. And he gave his receiver a chance with a perfectly thrown deep ball.
That's a 63-yard strike. Here's Blue. Over that left side. Brought down at the 10. Second down.
Talk about responding when you're down. See, that's the bit of the mark of a champion. You see why Liberty has been so successful the last couple years in Conference USA. They respond to adversity. Down 10-0, they come right back with a haymaker.
Salter throwing over the middle. He was looking at Bentley Hanshaw, and there's a flag.
Yeah, he got there a little bit early. That was Crosby who showed up just before the ball got there. Sometimes you get away with that one, sometimes you don't.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. The ball placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Now, pass interference is the hardest call for officials to make. They will tell you that over and over. And sometimes this one is kind of a judgment. There is Crosby. Watch him. Plays it right, but a little too soon. The right hand is not the issue. It's the turning of the receiver that causes the pass interference. You cannot hook and turn.
First and goal, 2 tight ends for Liberty. Salter going to keep it. And he's dropped right back at the line of scrimmage.
How about Paletti, huh?
Yeah.
Paletti, number 8.
Buda Paletti, he's the captain of this defense.
Oh, he showed some leadership there. He was not going to be fooled by Salter getting to the edge. That defensive end was out there waiting on him. turned him back in. Excellent.
2nd and goal.
God, love his hair.
He does. He's got
Man.
a nice flock of hair.
Yeah, he says he's got to do it right. He said Mama wants him to do it right.
Yeah, says Grandma's watching. Salter rolling and forced out of bounds by Buda Paletti.
Again. Wow. Talk about playing. I mean, he is not the least bit intimidated by Salter's legs. Watch him get to the edge, and he is using the sideline to his advantage. Great pursuit, knowing he's got the edge over there to help him out. Big 3rd down now for both these squads. Big 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
A lot of room on the bottom of the screen.
Coach Sanchez comes running out. He wants a timeout.
Hey, he looks like he can still play wide receiver.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver here at his alma mater back in 94, 95. 3 minutes left in the quarter. It's the Aggies up 10 on Liberty.
You know, there's a lot of room on the bottom of the field there, one-on-one. But New Mexico State moved their safety, Barnes, out with that tight end so he could help on any inside throws.
And that's Elijah Cannon down there. They like to throw the fade to him. And they missed him.
Yeah. Yeah. That side of the field, when you have that much room and you're alone as a corner, you cannot let the receiver inside, which is why that becomes a problem. They adjusted to a fade after faking the inside.
We had a flag here. Let's see what Rodney Burnett, our referee, is going to call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 63. 15-yard penalty, that's the player's first.
That's a big one on Xavier Gray. And he was a questionable for this game. And Gray, one of the team captains, well respected. So much so because he went 2 for 3 last week.
They were fine in warm-ups kicking to this end.
And that one's good. So the Flames on the board. They have now scored in 17 straight quarters, and I'm talking the regular season here. Lead is 7 for the Aggies.
You get the feel this is becoming a little bit of a rivalry, a little nastiness to it.
Oh, absolutely.
A little chippy.
Oh, yeah, definitely, without question. Hey, by the way, next Saturday's SEC on ABC College Football. We got a triple header for you. Kansas going down to Illinois.
We're seeing more and more parity across the land, and probably due to a lot of the transfers that you can instantaneously fill some holes and upgrade your team.
Max Morgan to kick things away for the Flames back deep. Monte Watkins, who had that 63-yard touchdown run. Hey, let's get a check on what's going on into the studio, my man, Kevin Connors. Man, how things change quickly, huh?
I guess there's parity except for a handful of teams.
Right, exactly. Awad keeps it.
Look at that. He's got a little swagger now. He's over there saying, let me run the ball, coach. This is a guy who, you know, was pretty nervous last week, did not play well, and today he's thrown for more yards in one quarter than he did in the entire game last week. He's, what, 2 for 2 in this ball game already?
You know, Liberty was first in the nation last year in rushing. But I tell you what, it's the Aggies who's outrushed them thus far. And this time is Washington. Washington hit and knocked down at the 45.
Oh, man, the right side of that line, BJ Tolo.
Into the face, defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Jerome Jolly Jr. We said it was a little chippy.
So you get a 17-yard pickup here, Rod, and then you tack on 15 more.
Yeah, and this offensive line is really doing some work right now. We talked about the right side with BJ Tolo, 61, and Yarrow, the center, 56, opening up that hole. And then a little chippy at the end. We've had a couple of calls here already.
So now it's 1st and 10 from the Liberty 40. He pitches it to Washington. Washington trying to get around the edge. Picks up a yard, Joseph Carter.
You know, because this is a defense that loves to play man coverage. You know, cover one. They like to have the safety in the middle. They believe their corners can lock up, you know, the receivers. And so offensively, you think, well, let's run to the edge. Let's run to the perimeter because you know you're not getting leverage. You're not getting that leverage support from the corners, and you want to see what you can do out there.
Minute 30. Washington is wrapped up after a yard pickup.
I'm a little bit surprised that we haven't seen Liberty load the box a little bit more to try to deal with this rushing attack because, you know, your game plan here ought to be make Awad prove that he can be the quarterback that can beat us, that he can throw it a lot and beat us, but that the rushing attack won't do it. And so far, they haven't really loaded the box on this third down. They don't need to. Let's see how they handle it. I would disguise coverages for the young quarterback.
Here's Awad on the run, throwing. Oh, what a catch by T.J. Pride, the freshman.
What a catch, but a smart call also by New Mexico State. Let's get Awad on the move, get him out of the pocket. Don't let him sit in the pocket and overthink like he did last week. This is just like being in high school. Get on the move and throw the ball. Nothing to worry about. He's looking for one guy, and he found him.
12-yard pickup. Awad is now thrown for over 100. Here's Washington.
They are making this game so much easier for Awad. You know, you have to be patient with young quarterbacks, and especially with a guy who hadn't played a lot. You know, in high school, he started out at Mater Dei and then ended up transferring because Elijah Brown came in and is going to be the starter for 4 years. And so he moved on to Edison, didn't become the starter until his last year.
That's the end of the first quarter.
College, and now he's the guy. And his first game, he had jitters. He's not playing with jitters tonight.
And he's got his Aggies up 7 on Liberty. We played 1 here in Las Cruces.
Hope that we're settled down now and we play our type of game going forward.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
It's Seth McGowan trying to get to that outside, but there's a flag on the play.
Number 66. 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
That's on Louis Canepa, the sophomore out of California.
The break the Liberty defense needed. Right now, they should be thinking as you take a look at that hold right at the bottom of your screen. You get beat, you can't reach back and tackle. Well, I guess you can. You're going to get flagged for it, though. But this is a situation defensively now where you have an opportunity to put a little pressure on the young quarterback, not allow him to try to get back into really good field goal range.
This is Washington. Breaks a tackle and dives inside the 20.
Those are the missed tackles that we just heard their head coach talk about. And move your feet.
How about New Mexico State now? Over 100 yards of offense.
57 yards rushing. They've got a great 1-2 punch. I think you're in 4-down territory here. I don't think they necessarily have to throw it here, and they can't keep settling for field goals.
Awad using his legs, leaps him in, and as a first down, Bryce Dixon makes the stop.
You cannot tell me he would have done that last week. In fact, he didn't do that last week. He was not looking to make plays when he took off last week. Now he's trying to make plays. This is confidence. This is a quarterback who is now feeling himself. He's off to a good start. He knows it, and he's helping with big plays like that on third down.
So now first down and 10. 2 tight ends for the Aggies. Awad throwing the fade to the corner. Cordell David in a flag.
That should be a hold and not pass interference.
Pass interference defense number 3. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Huh, interesting, because it looked like he tackled or tried to tackle the receiver before the ball was in the air. That was T.J. Bush. But regardless, it puts New Mexico State in great position.
First and goal.
And be aware of pick plays up top if you're Liberty with all those receivers so close together.
Trips at the top. He's looking at McGowan. Swings it out to McGowan. McGowan to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. First career touchdown for Parker Awad.
You know, because we talked about that trips formation and pick plays, creating a bunch of traffic. Because the one-on-one is with Carter, the linebacker, who had to run through all that traffic to try to get to McGowan, and you can't do it when he's running that way and you get blocked off, or you have to avoid the traffic of all those receivers getting in your way.
Montano, as another flag comes flying in. The extra point is good. The Aggies, 75 yards on 9 plays. They have now scored on all 3 of their drives, Ryan.
Holding, kicking team number 86. 10-yard penalty. We'll replay the try.
They'll have to redo the kick here. And that's Jerry Lydiot, the tight end, got him for holding.
And Liberty fans have to be wondering what's going on here.
It's Coach Sanchez, and look, first season here at his alma mater. It's been 5 seasons as the head coach at UNLV. He was the wide receivers coach here last year. Played receiver here. Just one of 5 Hispanic head coaches at the FBS level. And the redo is good as well. And we get another flag coming in. You can see Rodney Burnett and Coach Sanchez having a little discussion.
He's like, can we have a clean try?
Really?
Holding, kicking team number 86. 10-yard penalty, and we replay the try.
And we go back to back with Jerry Lydiot.
This is a field goal now. I mean, this is field goal distance. You still only get 1 point for it, but this is a 40-yarder. This is no longer a gimme.
So here's Montano. And he drills it for the 3rd time.
You see him throw his arms up?
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
No problem.
Lead is 14 for the Aggies.
Because let's go back to that touchdown. We were talking about the pick play and how Carter just couldn't get it. Look at all these receivers coming in. See how he had to avoid all those receivers in a one-on-one situation? Nah, can't do that. Touchdown.
17-3. Our score is New Mexico State on top of Liberty. And how about the Aggies? They had the football 3 times. All 3 times they've scored. Started with a field goal, but they've put up a couple of touchdowns now. And Liberty, by the way, has not trailed by 14 or more points at the half in 2 years. Let's get a studio update. Here's Kevin Connors.
All right, Brian, the Capital One rewarding performance turned in by Will Brooks of Tennessee. NC State driving second quarter. Brooks going 86 yards the other way. Nico Iamaleava threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1. Tennessee hangs 51 on the board after 69 last week in a 51-10 win.
Here's Salter. He'll hand that one off to Billy Lucas. Lucas picks up a couple. You know, they've got a great running back in Quentin Cooley. Cooley ran for 110 yards last week. How about today? Just 1 carry, 1 yard thus far.
Yeah, that's got to change. It will change. I'm sure they wanted to establish Salter, but Cooley's a big part of this offense.
They'll go back to Lucas. He's tripped up. Sone Apiu with the stop.
Now, this is not the situation the New Mexico State defense wanted to be in. They don't want 3rd and short with this quarterback who can run or throw. They were hoping to get 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
That was Cooley you're looking at on the sideline. Here's 3rd down. Salter's got a man in, sitting right down his canyon. Incomplete. Nick Sessions right there.
That's a pretty big stop for New Mexico State right after you score a touchdown. They get a 3 and out. This is how you get and keep momentum. You get a score, you get a stop. Now the energy comes and the crowd gets into it. You got a chance to really get some momentum on your side.
And as potent as Liberty's offense has been,
yeah,
they are now 0 of 3 on 3rd down. It's their 2nd straight 3 and out.
Yeah, stunning.
Here's Jordan Smith calling for the fair catch at his own 24. And here comes the sophomore Parker Awad. These guys have scored every time they've had it. Seth McGowan got the touchdown on their last possession, and he's the Oklahoma transfer we talked about. And he's a guy who, he was a player at Oklahoma back, was that 3 years, 4 years ago?
Yeah, at Oklahoma, his freshman year, he came out, you know, and really was an explosive running back for them. And wound up here at Liberty a few years later. So he is an incredibly talented running back.
There's Monte Watkins who got that carry.
He's part of a really good 1-2 punch with Mike Washington. 2 big backs, both over 6 feet tall, 220 pounds or so.
Washington is a transfer out of Buffalo, and McGowan, the transfer out of Oklahoma. That's Watkins.
I don't think the defense recognized that Watkins was in the game. Whenever Watkins is in the backfield, the defense should be yelling, 8, 8's in the field, on the field, 8's on the field, because he is their home run hitter. And you want to be aware of him when he's on the field. But I don't think they even knew he was on the field.
That's a pickup of 12.
He's still in there. You have to be aware of him slipping out of the backfield.
Longest run of the night for the Aggies thus far. Play action. He throws in, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Jordan Smith.
That's got to be a catch. That's a well-thrown ball. And this is not the same quarterback we saw last week. This is a perfectly thrown ball, little shake route on the strong safety. It's got to be catchable. But I am really impressed with just how confident Awad is. You can see him. He's kind of taking charge out there now. Feels really good about himself. It's good to see.
2nd and 10 for the Aggies. To the outside, and that one's complete to Latrell Neville.
You know, I don't get that from Liberty defensively. When you have a quarterback that is young and struggled, you don't give him any free access throws. You don't give him any easy throws to the outside. You make him throw the ball down the field. So by your alignment, you take away those quick throws, and you force him to have to look into the middle of the field. And see, now they're sort of changing up, and now they're taking away the easy throws.
3rd down and 3. They're 3 for 4 on 3rd down. Awad's going to keep it. He's about a yard shy. Elite Naren is the first to meet him and drive him back. Coach Sanchez is going to punt this one away. So now if you're Liberty, you finally get a stop. And as you talk about momentum, this is where you got to swing the momentum back.
Yeah, I think this is a series where we're going to see them unleash Quentin Cooley, their star running back, as he has not touched the ball much at all tonight.
Eberle punting it away. Brylan Green lets it go. And out of bounds. Say, hey, first time in 5 years we've had the opportunity to play them here. And we want to show them that our 9-game home winning streak is no fluke. As Quentin Cooley gets the call, and you talked about it's probably time for him to get a lot more carries.
Yeah, Conference USA leading rusher last season, 1,400 yards, and he is tough to tackle. He is built low to the ground. He is about 5'7" and 225 pounds. You dare not try and tackle him around his thighs. He'll run right through you. Got to get him lower than that, or got to get him higher.
They call him the bowling ball. Pitch this one out to Vaughn Blue. Blue trying to get to the outside. He's got a first down for the Flames. Again, top rushing program in college football last season is the Flames. It's been their calling card.
Over 4,000 yards rushing last season. Normally you expect to see that with the academies, but this was Liberty owning that last season.
Looks like we got an injured Aggie on the carpet. Let's go down to the field. Lauren Sisler.
Guys, you talk about running back Quentin Cooley getting the football more, the bowling ball. He's had some significant challenges throughout his life, and being out here, he's grateful. When he was 8 years old, he experienced significant child abuse. He told me it built a lot of anger, depression, anxiety, other challenges. He didn't have anyone to talk to. It really beat him down. He didn't want to play football anymore. He didn't even want to live. Now he's found his strength in sharing his story, showing kids that you can come from something bad when times are tough, and giving back has been a passion for him because in his words, and I love this, y'all, it heals my childhood. It makes me so happy to see other kids happy. When I'm around them, I feel like a superhero. And there you see his family. His Aunt Kesha stepped in when him and his siblings needed him most, and really just a story of overcoming, resilience, and just putting his head down, continuing to fight when things just seemed like he couldn't get out. And there's his Aunt Kesha there. You can see she's been just such a rock for him, and someone that's really carried him through some of his most troubling times, and really just a great young man and someone that's really using his story and his platform to help others.
You're right. Salter keeps it, brought down at the 30. You know, just following up on what she talked about with Cooley, he certainly as a youngster saw some unspeakable horrors. You talk about the abuse that he and his siblings faced. Obviously taken out of the home. His aunt took him in, raised him, went to Wake Forest, had some injuries.
Oh, 3 straight years.
Yeah.
You know, what you talked about, and then you get to play college football and you get hurt every year. He lost his love for the game, understandably.
Boy, he's come back with a vengeance. He's the team captain now, throwing on the runs. Got a man, that's Trayon Sibley. And Sibley brought down by Keontae Clinton. What a pickup for the Flames.
What a throw on the move, and Sibley with the old out and up move on the corner. Watch this, out and up. I'm going outside. No, I'm not. That's my double move. I'm by you. And how about that throw right on the money and easily plucked out of the air by Sidley? We told you Salter was much more than a running quarterback, and he has shown every kind of throw tonight.
52-yard pickup. Here's Cooley.
It's not often you find the two leading rushers from a conference in the same backfield, and let alone one of them being a quarterback. And a quarterback who can really throw.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Salter right now has thrown for 144 yards. Cooley to his right. Salter keep it. Tried to get to the edge, maybe a yard. Cale Edwards is the guy who hit him, knocked him out of bounds.
Oh no, Tyler Martinez made that play. The linebacker came from the second level, took on the block, snuffed it, forced the ball back inside and waited for his teammates. They're gonna go wild in film session over that one when they see that play.
Third down coming. Let's call it third and a long 4.
I thought the helmet communication was supposed to eliminate the lookover from the line of scrimmage, right?
That one almost intercepted. Oh, it was looking for Darius Copeland.
Yeah, Liberty guessed wrong. They were assuming there would be man coverage down here and ran that slant right into the teeth of zone coverage. They had to be expecting man. It wasn't. There you see safeties and linebackers. The middle of the field full of terror. That's just right into the teeth of coverage. Excellent call by New Mexico State's defense.
Here's Carlin Carhue. And that's good from 31. Lead is 11 for the Aggies here in the second quarter. Deep. Watkins from his own end zone. Tripped up across the 20. Gotta go back a couple of years against Wake Forest. They lost that game 20-8. This is McGowan. 5-yard pickup the hard way.
A little split zone action. This offensive line has done a good job of moving out those interior defensive linemen. They've been able to run inside just enough so that they can really attack the perimeter. And as long as Liberty plays man coverage on the outside, they really will try to get to the perimeter with their run game and screen game, because the outside opens up.
Aggies have doubled up the Flames when it comes to rushing. Here's Washington again.
You know, we talked about this earlier today, pal, and that was, New Mexico State trying to shorten the game, run the ball, keep Salter on the sideline, and really, they haven't shortened it that much, but their defense has been so good that Salter really hasn't gotten off on things. So the offense is rolling still. This is a good position, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. This is a nice position for them to be in.
Full house backfield. Washington, McGowan, Watkins, all in. Flags come flying in as well.
False start. Offense number 61. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
That's B.J. Tolo.
All right.
Important series, you would think, for the Aggies, especially if you can put some more points on the board, considering they won the toss, they deferred. That means they'll get the football to start the second half.
Kind of strange to see a team huddle these days, huh?
Yeah. We'll call a timeout because the Aggies want to talk about it. We'll be looking at 3rd and 7.
Timeout, New Mexico State. Their second, 32nd.
You know, we talked about Coach Sanchez in his first season back here at his alma mater. Spent 5 seasons as a head coach at UNLV.
You know, he didn't come by this easily. You see the picture of him as a wide receiver at New Mexico State, following a couple years at Laney Junior College out in Oakland, California, as a receiver.
Started his coaching career right here at his alma mater as a student assistant right after his playing days here with the Aggies.
You know, he wasn't expecting to become the head coach here. Jerry Kill was the head coach and abruptly resigned after the New Mexico Bowl last year, and the job was offered to Tony Sanchez.
Awad under pressure and sacked. T.J. Bush, he's their best defensive lineman for the Flames.
Oh, man, did he put on a move to get to the quarterback. I don't think he was touched by the right tackle at all. Watch him on the bottom of your screen here. Watch his matchup. This is the I'm dancing around you. Goodbye. Good night. Wow. A little hezzy move. Looked like a basketball move.
Rylan Green. Short punt. Just 37-yard punt. Good field position for the Flames here.
Yeah, well, this New Mexico State defense has done a great job of slowing down Salter. I mean, not through the air, but he hasn't been able to get loose running the ball as he normally does. I mean, they have been focused on him and knocked down his first pass. Look at this. We got a posse waiting for you when you try to get to the perimeter. You know, a spy on each side, however they want to handle it, they're making sure that he has nowhere to run tonight.
Best starting field position for Liberty all night long. And here's Lucas. He picks up maybe a yard. Tyler Martinez was the first to hold him up.
They're doing such a good job on the edges. Paletti 8, turn that play back inside. Leverage. When you keep turning the play back inside, you are allowing your teammates on the inside to come and make the play. And they've done a really good job of really shutting down the perimeter tonight.
This is 2nd and 8 for Salter. In and out of the hands of Billy Lucas. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
And guys, you heard defensive coordinator Joe Morris said it. Caden Salter is the guy that keeps you up at night. They really wanted to contain him, focused on keeping him in the pocket, shutting down his ability to run and use his legs, causing chaos here in the backfield. And they certainly, as you mentioned, done a great job of that tonight. You can see a lot of frustration from Caden here on the sidelines.
Yeah, Joe Morris, the defensive coordinator for New Mexico State, one of the things he said, we got to stop the run. We got to put them in 3rd and long. That's what they've got right here.
0 for 5 on 3rd down tonight.
And get off the field on 3rd down. Let's see what happens. Flames to the outside. That is complete.
Reese Smith showed some strong hands on that one. I mean, that was a comeback route, and it was pretty well defended, but he just goes up and snatches and takes the ball away
Is he a yard
from the
shy?
defender.
He may be a yard shy, so it'll be 4th and call it 1.
Yeah, no brainer here. But watch the very end of the play. Watch how strong Reese Smith is with his hands, just pulling that away. And now you've got a big 4th down.
4th and 1.
Liberty needs to score before halftime.
And timeout.
Timeout, Liberty. That's their first, 32nd.
Coach Chadwell wants to talk about it.
Well, they're also going to get the 2-minute timeout coming up in 5 seconds. He might have been able to save that timeout and just let the clock run down to the 2-minute timeout. Save that timeout for the rest of the drive.
Please reset the game clock to 2:07.
Coach Shadwell's second season at Liberty. Had a 4-year stint at Coastal Carolina where he put up back-to-back 11-win seasons there at Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, moved to the Conference USA and was like, no big deal. I'll just roll in here my first year and win the conference, not lose a game to anybody. It's not that hard, right? And now everybody is gunning for Liberty this season. A lot of talk about Liberty being the likely Group of 5 champion to get to the 12-team playoff this year, because they would have been the 12th seed last season if we'd had a 12-team playoff in 2023.
Vaughn Blue, Billy Lucas in the backfield with Caden Salter. Hanshaw in motion. As Lucas. Tough yards, and it's a first down for the Flames.
That's the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes.
Left until the half, Liberty at the Aggies 40. Here's Salter looking downfield, throwing and overthrowing Elijah Cannon.
Yeah, he went for all of it. They brought pressure and had man coverage on the back end, and we're trying to get those long, slow developing cross-country routes where you go from one side of the field to the other. They blocked it up nicely, but didn't get the separation. Look at this. They picked up the blitz, and they're the cross-country routes. Just missed his guy.
And you can see Salter was trying to tell him, cut it up, go up.
He's right. He was too flat. That cross-country route has to be more towards the corner, the flag of the end zone, than the sideline.
Here's Salter again throwing. Throw it back to Cooley. Cooley's got a blocker out in front. That's Lucas. And he's forced out of bounds at the 23.
Terrific call for Liberty, given that New Mexico State was bringing pressure. You'll see the pressure coming. There it is. Screen set up in the opposite direction. Perfectly called.
From the 23 now of the Aggies. Salter steps up, flicks it, and complete. That's Tyson Mobley.
His poise, his composure. You know, they made him hold the ball. His first option was taken away. He didn't panic. He just calmly came back across the field and found his second receiver.
Liberty's got 2 timeouts. Now from the 14. Here's Lucas. Brought down at the 10.
Where is Cooley? Talk to me. Where is Cooley? I mean, this is a pretty big drive, and your top running back in Conference USA last season hasn't seen the field on this drive and only has
10 yards rushing.
10 yards on 3 carries.
Minute left into the half. Aggies get the football to start the second half. Here's Salter again, looking, throwing, and incomplete. That was a little bit behind Tyson Mobley.
Yeah, good job once again, New Mexico State switching up their defenses. Instead of going with their tendency of man coverage down there, they go zone. And they could see everything, and they made Salter hold the football. Look, zone coverage out there. Plenty of guys to see things, and there you have excellent help coming from the safety spot. They keep mixing things up down here.
Second and 10. Salter to the end zone. Shipley incomplete. In and out of the hands.
Wow. He gave him a chance. Salter's got to be a bit frustrated. He's made some throws.
You can't believe it.
Yeah, and the routes have left a little bit to be desired. This is supposed to be a fade here now. And he gets turned around. He's got to know where the ball's going to come. Yeah,
Can't believe it.
Yeah, Salter's like, come on, man, we practice this every day.
And especially that when you're your go-to receiver.
Yeah, I'm dropping the ball in the bucket. You know where the ball's going to be. It's heading to the corner.
0-6 on third down. This is 3rd and 10. They go 5 wide. Salter under pressure. And he throws it away. That's Buddha. Poletti, the captain.
I tell you, nobody's having a better night than the captain over there, Poletti. I mean, he has turned rushing plays back in. He has been a nemesis for Salter all night. Chases him down here. And who knew he could run that fast to stay up with him? And how about the coverage on the back end, too? Man, look at the relentless effort. Wow.
Here's Carhue. He's been good from 39 and 31. This is from 29. And it's good. And the Aggies continue to keep the Flames to 3.
Yeah, but you know, taking 3 all night long is not going to get it done. And that man knows it. He does not like settling for field goals. And this is a New Mexico State offense that has shown the ability to get into the end zone.
Well, there's a Taco Bell Live Más student section, and you know, all season long, student sections across the country competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más student section of the year. All you got to do is download the Taco Bell app, and you can learn more.
I noticed that you were enjoying the sights and sounds of Las Cruces here, you know, some great places to eat. But the thing that stood out to me was that I didn't know you were a fan of, you know, Cowboys and Billy the Kid and all that.
Yeah, we had a good dinner last night. I didn't know Billy the Kid was tried, convicted here.
Yeah, there's like
Las Cruces. There's like a Billy the Kid museum.
Museum, right? Yeah.
Right by our restaurant.
Kind of like an old saloon.
Yeah. So the Aggies, 37 seconds left until the half. They're going to get the football to begin the second half. Let's see if they're just content on going into the half with the lead. As you take a look here, what the sophomore Parker Awad has done so far this evening, 6 of 8 for 116 yards through the air.
Yeah. You know, the numbers say one thing, and that's excellent, but it's also just the way he's carrying himself. He looks confident. You know, he's actually talking to guys, showing some leadership. It's been a great first half for him.
And they'll settle for that 8-point lead and know that they'll get the football to begin the second half.
Yeah, it's been a terrific first half for New Mexico State. Huge underdogs coming into this game at home. And that man, Tony Sanchez, was like, yeah, he and his players said, we feel a little disrespected by that.
Yes.
Not to mention, we feel like we owe Liberty something.
Once again, last time Liberty went to the half without a touchdown. How about September of 2022 against Wake Forest, and they lost that game 20-8. To the studio, Kevin Connor, Trevor Maddich, 17-9 our score here in Las Cruces.
To Liberty, openly talked about a payback.
Monte Watkins slips a tackle, slips down the sideline, and then bumped out of bounds. Watkins, good return. You know, New Mexico State started the season off with a victory. In fact, it was the first time they had started 1-0 since 2014, trying to go, 2-0. Last time they've done that, 1992.
Yeah. You know, last season, New Mexico State had a team for the ages. Quarterback Diego Pavia led that team, and he was everything to it. And so when he moved on and transferred to Vandy, everybody assumed there'd be a huge drop-off this season. Right now, they're playing like, yeah, they're okay.
I formation. Give it to Seth McGowan. He gets upended. He gets across the 30 by Brylan Green. That's a pickup of 2.
Yeah, and this is the recipe for the Liberty defense. Hold the Aggies to 3 yards or less on first down and force the quarterback, the young quarterback, Awad, to beat you. Force him to make throws, something other than at the line of scrimmage. Make him throw it 10 yards or more.
Awa on the run. That's batted back.
And I like the adjustment by Liberty. You see that ball was batted down. Who got that one? Was that Dixon? Bryce Dixon who got it?
Bryce Dixon, the junior.
Yeah. But, you know, you need to jump those short routes so that they're not an option for Parker Awa and force him to look deeper. Now, this third down situation, are they going to show pressure or bring pressure? Show it and back out?
That's exactly what they just did. Awa steps up in the pocket. Eludes one flame, but can't elude the rest. Larry Jones was one of the guys who brought him down.
That is a perfect series for Liberty defensively. Get first down, less than 3 yards, and then jump the short routes and force the youngster to try to beat you from the pocket on third down. That is running in circles, man, literally running in circles.
George Eberle in to punt things away. Brylan Green standing at his own 25. To the 30 and forced out of bounds at the 35. Let's take a look at the Now What moments brought to you by Prudential.
Big hit there. Not getting things done, kind of struggling in the passing pack inside in the red zone, and then really just harassing Salter the entire first half, not giving him time. You can see the frustration. He tends to be a little bit of an emotional player. You can see the frustration on his face.
Quentin Cooley has checked back in. He gets the carry, spins off a couple of Aggies. Brought down at the 39, Buda Paletti made the stop. You know, Liberty, these two, we talked about how these two teams played in the conference championship game last season. Liberty ran for 393 yards in that game. Tonight, just 54 yards.
You know, I know there are a bunch of new players with New Mexico State, but don't think for a moment that the guys who were here didn't tell the new guys, we're not having that again. You got to get with the program. We're not giving up 300 plus on the ground.
Here's Cooley. And he's about 2 yards shy. Taden Barnes.
Good to see Cooley back out there. He is a big part of this offense. I don't know why he only got 3 touches in the first half, but he's got to touch the ball a lot more than that for this offense to be everything it can be.
And so the Flames looking at another third down.
Yep.
Aggies have been great on third down defensively. Liberty 0 of 7 so far in this game on third down. It's Cooley, and he runs into a pack of Aggies and driven back. 0 for 8 now on third down, thanks to Matt Lawson and Cale Edwards.
Naki Fahina, number 6, created the pileup inside. And that he destroyed every possible running lane. Just watch the middle of the picture. You'll see that number 6 in there. He takes on 2 guys, splits them. There's nowhere to go. And that created the possibility for others to come in to make the tackle because number 6, Fahina, destroyed that play.
Morgan punting things away to Jordan Smith. Calls for the fair catch. Made at the 11. Aggies get the football again when we come back. 44-yard punt.
Back here at Aggie Memorial Stadium, and the Aggies up right now 17-9. And talking to Coach Sanchez coming out of the locker room, he's very excited where they're at right now. The theme going in, uncommon, right? They're the underdogs. They've won 9 in a row here. Why not us? He's very pleased with how his defense is playing. Even his offense, he said, big difference from week 1 to week 2, especially in his quarterbacks settling down, playing well. Now, I talked to Coach Chadwell as well, trying to do too much, making the winning plays every single play. He said, we've got to settle down. I asked him about running back Quentin Cooley, why he's not getting more involved, and he said really the game plan coming in was to rotate the backs, a heavy rotation of the backs. They've had a lot of 3 and outs. He hopes to see more of Cooley coming here in the second half.
You good with that?
I think the Flame Alumni would probably want to see more Cooley as well.
I
when
think
he's the leading rusher.
I think the Aggies are going, bravo, we like that plan. Keep Cooley on the sideline, rotate him. I want my best players out there, man. You know what I mean?
2nd and 11. This is McGowan. Finds a hole over that right side. He's close to first down. TJ Bush made the stop.
I mean, I understand you want to keep players fresh. We're in game 2, and, you know, Cooley is all that. So I suspect that will change, and when Liberty has the ball, you'll see him a lot more out there. I can't believe they'll keep rotating him that much. But here's a big 3rd down for New Mexico State.
3 of 7 so far on 3rd down. 3rd and 1.
2 tight end set.
McGowan to the left. Ooh, and it looked like McGowan jumped.
Offense number 1, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
He sure did.
Yeah, he knows it. He just flinched. You know, and sometimes you can flinch and get away with it, but when the other side's pointing at you and yelling, hey, everybody, look at him. Then the ref's got to flag you.
That makes it 3rd and 6 from their own 15. Awad steps up, throws in the turf.
I think he could have taken off and picked up the 1st down. That was a tough window to try to throw in. He's limping now, but he had room to run if he just stepped up and ran for the 1st down.
And that's 3 straight now, 3 and outs for the Aggies.
Yeah, I think Sanchez was not happy with his decision making there.
Eberle punts this one away. Green from his own 25. Across the 30 and brought down at the 36-yard line.
Well, now we'll see. You got to do something a little differently if you are Liberty, or get back to being who you are. And they have not had much on the ground from Cooley. You look at what he did last season against this team, 6 yards tonight. He has only carried the ball 6 times.
And you got Blue and Lucas in the backfield right now. No Cooley.
No Cooley. Okay. Well,
and keep in mind the defensive coordinator, Joe Morris, was the defensive coordinator for Sam Houston State last season. And they were the only team that held the Flames under 30 points. Kept them to, what, 31 or 21 points last season.
Said that
He doesn't. Personal foul, hands to the face, offense, number 55. 15-yard penalty, remains 1st down. Number 90 does not have to lead the game.
Harrison Hayes, the junior.
Getting back to your point about Joe Morris, the defensive coordinator, when he was at Sam Houston State, he has a secret sauce. It's not really all that secret, but he just takes away the perimeter run game of the quarterback, whether it's with the spy or with the defensive end, but you have to have the guys who can do it. And we've seen tonight that Paletti has done a great job of keeping Salter inside. And so they haven't had the big plays from Salter and from Cooley on the ground.
Here's Salter looking, plenty of time. Voids the rush. Throws on the run, incomplete to Sibley. Again, Sibley had some hands on him.
And you're not seeing the receivers for Liberty really separate from the coverage on the back end. That time it was man coverage, and really no one was open. The guys who have been open, it's been with the free access, easy throws, or with RPO. So I think we'll see more run-pass option. Although right now with the 2nd and forever, with the run-pass option, you don't even care about the run. You play pass defense. You don't care about that run, so it makes no sense for them to try that here. We'll see if they can do something to get Salter a little bit more comfortable.
Just 8 of 20 for 178 through the air. He'll do it again. Under pressure and sack. Paletti. Buddha.
Everybody.
What a game he's having.
Everybody was back there. Urenze, 42, Fahina, 6. Everywhere that Salter looked, there was a white jersey. I mean, they came from everywhere. Watch, here comes 42, Urenze. On the other side, Paletti in the middle. There's 6. Fahina. Like, did anybody block him that play?
Wow. 3rd and 16. To the outside, that's Canyon. Or 32, I should say. He makes the catch. And they'll punt it away. And now Liberty 0 of 9 on 3rd down.
Yeah, and Salter's got to get a hold of himself. And his frustration is showing, and that's not helping him. It's not helping his teammates. He's got to be a little bit more positive and let that frustration go.
4 3 and out.
Yeah.
For the Liberty Flames. Jordan Smith calls for the fair catch. Makes it at his own 46. The Aggies holding on to an 8-point lead here in the 3rd quarter. 33-yard punt. 17-9 is our score here in the 3rd quarter. 8 minutes left, and it has been a frustrating night for Caden Salter.
Yeah, he took his helmet off here on the field, got away with one. If I am New Mexico State, I'm asking, why wasn't he flagged? Where are my 15-yard penalty I can add to my my ball?
1st and 10 from their own 46. Mike Washington runs into a whole pack of flames. Maybe got a yard.
You know, it's important for Liberty at this point to keep composure, and that starts with Salter. The reality is you're in a 1-score game, you know, a touchdown and 2-point conversion. So there's no reason to panic and to be too frustrated. But we've seen multiple examples of players on the Liberty side feeling like, boy, they're in real deep trouble and being frustrated. They got to let that go and be positive.
How about this? So far in this 3rd quarter, total yards, Liberty 7, just 4 for the Aggies. That pass is incomplete.
And the thing is, this formula we talked about defensively, win on 1st down, and then make the young quarterback make big throws to beat you, and it hasn't happened yet. The success early in the game for Awad were short passes, screens, and hitting the back out of the backfield. But they had to get him in 2nd and 3rd and long and see if he can make those intermediate throws. Another situation here. So far, so good for this defense in the 2nd half. They can turn that into something with another stop here.
Well, here is 3rd and long. Aggies 3 for 8 on 3rd down. Awad under pressure throws as he's hit. And that was C.J. Buzzell Jr. out of Miami. They'd like to think of him as the most versatile guy up front. They move him around because they love how he gets after the quarterback. He showed it there.
Yeah, he's had a matchup tonight, and he's won it more times than not. Just watch him come around the edge, engage, swipe, and get away. I think he was working against Claiborne, number 78. He's done a good job over there.
4th straight 3 and out now for the Aggies. Let's take a look. The way this season's going, 2 losses. May not in your
We're
season.
going to have 35, 40 teams in the hunt in October.
Ball fake to Cooley. And to the outside, that's Tyson Mobley with the catch.
Salter is 9 of 21. That's an amazing stat because that young man has consistently been 60% plus in his games throwing the football.
Cooley in blue. This is blue. And blue is loose. And driven out of bounds at the 30 of the Aggies, Josiah Cox.
Triple option. First time we've seen it tonight. This was part of the real core of this offense, and we hadn't seen it, much of it last week and tonight until now. Triple option, dive, not there, quarterback pitches, And you got a safety trying to come from the middle of the field to get to the pitch, and he could not get there in time.
45-yard pickup by Vaughn Blue.
And that's the adjustment for Liberty.
Longest run by either squad. Here's Salter through the air again. Plenty of time. That one, good defensive play. That's DeMarcus Crosby.
And nobody was really open, and Crosby was sort of baiting the throw as he was covering Hanshaw, the tight end.
How about that makeup speed?
Yep, got to have it. If I'm Liberty, though, I'm thinking this is 4-down territory. You can open up your playbook here because you're not settling for a field goal.
They give it to Cooley over that left side. Martinez, the first one to meet him.
You know, part of what's happening for Liberty is that they're not moving Fahina, number 6, inside. He is plugging up everything inside and then trying to get to the edge. Paletti has been a problem. Now, I think you have 2 downs here. I don't think this is, you got to get all this here. I don't think they're going to settle for another field goal.
0 of 9 on 3rd down. Looking at 3rd and 8. From the Aggies 27, Salter. Rolls right, flag thrown. He's going to keep it. And forced out of bounds at the 21.
Offense number 63. 10-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Xavier Gray.
Isn't that the 2nd flag on him for holding?
Yes.
Tonight? Where you see him matched up one-on-one. That's a wrestling move. That is a takedown of Cale Edwards right in front of the white hat official.
Well, let's do it again. Now 3rd and 19.
They should be dropping 8 into coverage here.
And flag. And I think they may have caught Mr. Gray again.
Yeah, he's saying he reacted to the defense.
Offside on the defense number 9, causing the offense to move. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Now remember, that is a point of emphasis for the officials this year, that the defense can't do these things to try and prompt the offense to jump. And just watch Edwards down here. Watch his movement. See? That's movement. Right call by the official.
Third down and 13. 5 wide for the Flames. Salter, he's going to keep it. Gets around the edge. And out of bounds at the 27.
He gets them back into field goal range. I mean, from here, you're looking at about a 45, 44-yarder.
It has been the story so far for Liberty, a team that is generally averaging 30 to 40 points per game, kicking field goals. This is from 45 yards out.
They've been shut out on 3rd down. That's the unbelievable thing about what's happening to them tonight.
Here's Carhue. And he missed that one badly.
I feel like we're in a boxing match in the middle rounds, and the punchers, they're just trading punches, and no one's getting an advantage right now.
Well, I go back to our conversation with Coach Tony Sanchez. He said it's like a boxing match. We want to take them to deep waters and drown them. No one's done it. And so far, the recipes work thus far.
Yeah.
9 tonight. 3rd in the nation on 3rd down. Average about 51% completion on 3rd down. 0 of 10 tonight by that Aggie defense. Let's go down to the field. Here's Lauren.
Hey guys, I think it's worth noting that it is almost 1 a.m. on East Coast, right? So Liberty is used to that 1 a.m. time zone right now, and these guys have had to try to practice this during fall camp. They practiced it for 2 weeks, playing later in the evening. They tried to stretch out their schedule today, waking up later, doing a walkthrough this morning, doing everything they could to stay energized. But you guys, they are gassed over here. You can just see their energy level is low. They were really juiced up early in this football game in warm-ups, early in the first half, but guys, things are slowing down quite a bit for them over here.
Liberty located in Virginia on that Eastern time zone, so it's late.
Come on, parties in college don't start until midnight, 1 o'clock.
Got the altitude here in New Mexico.
The cross-country trip might have affected them more than times. As a player, you hate the early morning starts, you know. But I think the cross-country travel is every bit as much of an issue as the late start here.
Third down, 4 straight 3-and-outs here for the Aggies, and you might have to say, what, 5 now? So Liberty's defense is certainly tightening up.
Yeah, that play had problems from the start, a little mix-up in the backfield. But, you know, getting back to the point on the timing thing, I was more concerned when I heard that they were flying out here, arriving Friday, late Friday. I mean, I think that adjustment is challenging, you know, enough for players. I would have thought that they would have come Thursday or at least tried to get here early Friday to adjust a little bit more.
So 4th and 1, they line up as if they're going for it.
I can't believe they'd be rolling the dice here in their own territory like this.
Timeout. New Mexico State, their first, 30 seconds.
They'll call the timeout.
They clearly weren't ready to run that little mix-up in who was supposed to be on the field, but that might have saved a bad decision. I mean, you've been controlling this game. Your defense has been playing great. Why take the risk of not making it on 4th down and giving Liberty a short field? I mean, if you want to line up and see if they'll jump off sides, fine, I'm all for that. But to run a play and take that risk, you could change the whole complexion of the game.
Coach Sanchez is certainly fired up.
Oh, he thought he had one. He thought he had a moment where he could sneak one in. And they are going to go for this.
They've got Washington, McGowan, and Isaiah Ruddison.
He's got to have a play that he knows 100% certain.
And McGowan.
Ooh.
That second effort probably got them the first down.
Wow. Because he was stopped cold initially.
Yes, he was.
He did not have that first down. And then the second effort, rolling 225-pound body, shot there. Great effort, great individual effort to pick up that first down.
Awad throws the slant. That's incomplete to Cordell David.
If I'm Liberty, I'm feeling very confident about my defense now. Getting those stops on first downs. Now you can play games with the quarterback. You can disguise your coverage. You can show pressure. You can try and really, really unsettle him here.
You can see Awad has yet to get a completion here in this second half. Here's Washington over that right side and forced out of bounds. You know, that first down that they had just picked up, Rod, that was the first down for the Aggies since the second quarter.
Wow. Wow. Brylan Green, great inside-out pursuit to knock that running back down. Little gain here. Now let's see how they play this third down. I would imagine you're going to get zone coverage. Maybe try and show some pressure to get him a little bit uncomfortable, but play zone and see if he can squeeze one into the window. He hasn't shown as the quarterback tonight that he can make the intermediate throws.
3 of 10 on third down. Awad. And David is locked up, and there's the flag. He was tied up in that secondary with Alex Oliver.
pass interference, defense number 12. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yep, that's on the senior. He's a transfer out of VMI.
And so now you see he's got the right hand on the shoulder pad. Now he's just grabbing and riding him the whole way. And that's not mutual combat. And that's just holding while the ball is in the air.
Liberty now at 89 yards and penalties. P.J. Johnson tripped up.
Charles Yates, what a tremendous job at the corner. Not buying any of the trickeration, all the movement, the eye candy. He was waiting for something to come back his way.
You can see the Aggies have done a pretty good job running the football in that first half. But here in this second half, just 13 yards on the ground.
Yeah, the Liberty defense has stepped up. They've been great on first down. That's put them in a great position to call particular plays.
Receivers stacked at the top and at the bottom, and they're going to hand it off to McGowan. Aiden Vaughn with the stop. And it looks like that's going to be the last play here of the third quarter.
Ooh, we have a potential playoff team on upset alert. Many folks have projected Liberty as the top group of 5 team to make the playoff this year. And they are in trouble right now.
17-9, the fourth quarter when we come back.
You had a strong first half, a little slow here to start the second half. How do you get your foot back on the gas and get this one done?
Well, offensively, first down's killing us. We keep getting negative plays or, 2 yards. We didn't need to do a better job of first down offense. Defense is playing their tails off right now, so we got to continue to do this. This is a big third down right here. We got to go ahead and try to extend this lead. I like how hard our guys are playing. We just got to be better offensively. Right now, we're kind of stuck in the mud.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
3rd and 9, Awad. 0 of his last 6 through the air. Make that 0 of his last 7. Knocked away by Christian Bodner.
I'm a little surprised at the play call because I thought they would try to do something where they'd be in position for a 4th down decision. Could they go for it or not? But we haven't seen many good throws like that in that 3rd and long situation from them, so they get nothing out of it. They have no choice now. They have to punt the ball.
So they're looking at 4th and 9. That'll punt it away. Eberly. And that takes a Flames bounce. And they're going to down that at the 13. Boy, the Flames have certainly struggled here offensively. And especially when you look at what they had done a season ago.
Yeah.
I mean, last season, this is a team that averaged basically 40 points a game, just 9.
That's the reason people have been so high on them as being a likely playoff team this season. And right now, this is on Caden Salter.
Got Billy Lucas in the backfield. He'll give it to Lucas. He'll give it to Lucas. Across the 15, Matt Lawson trips him up.
Salter was a tremendous prospect coming out of high school. Number 6 rated quarterback. Went to Tennessee early. Mom and dad dropped him off. All of them got COVID while he was there. Was the first of several things that didn't go well for him. Had a couple of incidents which resulted in him being suspended a couple times. And then in June, they decided to part company, and he moved on and transferred to Liberty with Hugh Freeze.
This is Cooley.
And after Hugh Freeze left, he continued to blossom in the offense, a new style of offense. And in fact, this year, he tested the transfer portal. There was a question as to whether he would come back. And then he decided this was the place for him to be. But you know what? He is such a talented quarterback. People will continue to look at him. Another big 3rd down.
3rd and 3 from their own 20. Liberty 0 of 10 on third down.
Unbelievable.
Fake the receiver screen. Salter keeps it, throws it away, and they'll punt it away. Well, we got a flag.
Flag of the play.
There is no foul for ineligible players downfield. The quarterback legally grounded the ball. Fourth down.
You know, I just can't tell you how impressed I was with that third down call defensively for New Mexico State, the Aggies. They did a terrific job, showed one thing, a little bit of a disguise, and dropped off into coverage, and still managed to corral Salter, kept him in the pocket so that when he scrambled, he had no clear lane to up the field or to the outside. And you can understand Salter's frustration. There's nothing for him right now.
Fifth straight 3 and out for the Flames.
They haven't made a third down conversion all night.
Morgan booms this one. They'll down it.
Well, the Aggies have struggled on first down. They've got to do something to help Awad.
He hands that one off to McGowan. We talked about Awad. He's 0 for 7 in his last 7 passes.
Well, you know, they've challenged him defensively to make throws down the field. We haven't seen them go back to the little toss, the running back out of the backfield or so. Those throws to help him out.
Go with a little tempo and back to McGowan. He spins his way, and he's about a yard short of line to gain. Bryce Dixon with the stop. So we're looking at about a third down and call it 1.
And the more time they take off the clock, the more they shorten the game, the more Liberty feels pressure. A huddle again. Most teams no longer huddle.
Washington, McGowan, and Watkins in the backfield with Awad. They give it to McGowan. Runs into a pack of Flames. I don't think he got it.
No, too indecisive. You cannot stutter step on a third and short. You have to be a decisive runner who attacks it. This is a third and short. You need this. Watch McGowan. He is dancing. This is called dancing in the backfield. You cannot dance. You have to find a lane and go. Committed. Oh my goodness, we've got a fourth down here, and it looks like they are going for it. Wow, Tony Sanchez. This is way too risky. Way too risky.
McGowan in the backfield. They'll give it to him.
Oh.
And he powers his way to a first down.
Wow. Wow. Man, he is okay with rolling the dice. He is. And my goodness, you know what, if he'd missed that? Do you have any idea?
Oh, man.
If you missed that and they score, I mean, that would have changed everything, and people would have questioned what happened. Wow.
Well, he's perfect so far on this fourth down conversion.
Fourth down
on the field.
In your own territory.
The previous spot, first down.
A late flag there now on Liberty.
Wow. Go ahead on, Tony Sanchez. You can take that act to Vegas the way things are coming up with your decision making here.
To the clock.
Sanchez told us he wasn't caught off guard or surprised when Jerry Kill stepped aside, except for the fact that he was doing Christmas shopping with his wife in Las Vegas and had to return for an interview in his jeans and a hoodie.
Here's Mike Washington. So far in this second half, the Aggies 29 total yards of offense in the second half, and they're still holding on to an 8-point lead.
Yeah. Well, you can't blame the Liberty defense in the second half. They have done their job. They continue to win first down, and they are forcing the quarterback, Awad, to make throws and decisions on 2nd and 3rd down. This is exactly where they want him.
Remember, these guys played in the championship game, and it was 49-35. That was the final. It's Washington again. 3rd down coming.
So let's see how much confidence they have in Parker Awad right now. Are they willing to throw an intermediate ball? Or you have T.J. Pride, 17 in the game. He is a specialist at reverses and jet sweeps.
Awad under pressure, hit. Is it a fumble or is it a scoop and score? How about the Liberty Flames? C.J. Basale Jr. and Quentin Reese delivering the lick.
Wow. And just like that, the game turns. We talked about the Liberty defense getting the situations they wanted. Now, is it a pass? No.
I don't see it going forward.
No, that he lost that ball. If your hand is moving forward at all, it is a pass. But that ball came out of his hand. He lost control over it under pressure from Reese.
And they're going to go for 2 here.
As they should.
Copeland in the backfield with Salter. Looking for the tie. Salter. Hit. Flag.
Offense number 15. Penalty decline. Tries over.
The Aggie defense hold.
I tell you. There goes that man again. Buda Paletti. Everywhere Salter goes, when he heads to the edge, the perimeter, Buda Paletti is there with that glorious hair. That glorious hair his mother told him he had to take care of, because when his helmet's off, she wants it to look glorious. And he says, I got all the product I need for it.
Yeah, he does. And how about his father, Junior? His father, Junior, drives to every home game all the way from California, makes the 10-hour trip.
Oh, man.
For every home game to make sure he's here.
See what parents do, man?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Tell you what we do for our kids.
Yep. And there's that hair. He said he's worn his hair like that since youth football.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 63. That's his second. He is ejected. The 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Xavier Gray, the captain, up front.
Yeah, remember he got his first one early in the first quarter. You know, and we talked earlier about just the frustration and the lack of composure we're seeing at times from Liberty.
Those Flames down 2 to the Aggies, 9:45 to play. Members of the Aggies with heavy hearts, Charlie Johnson, the greatest players to ever play here for New Mexico State, passed away here recently. This guy was quarterback here in the late 1950s and 60s. You see his names up here in the stadium. Led the team to consecutive wins in the Sun Bowl. He played 15 seasons in the NFL. Was a Pro Bowler there for Denver.
I remember him. He's a really great NFL quarterback for the Broncos. Always breaking my heart as an Oakland Raiders fan. He was tremendous. Tough quarterback too.
Here's Mike Washington. In his own 15. Brought down. Stopped at about the 35-yard line. Flames defense coming up for one of the biggest plays of the game thus far.
Well, they got to the formula they wanted. Stops on first down and then see if they could wreak havoc with Parker Awad at 2nd and 3rd down. And he was in position on a third down, a drop back situation, and they went after him and created a big play.
How about for the Aggies here in the second half? 18 total yards as that one's complete to P.J. Johnson.
And what a job by Parker Awad that time. He wanted to go to his receiver in the flat. That was his first look. But he saw that it was covered. He didn't panic. He went to the next level to get his second receiver. Look at this. Uh-oh, not open. Let me go here.
Gowan and Watkins in the backfield, along with Redison. Awad throwing to the sideline. Is that complete to Cordell David? Did he stay in?
Wow, I think they called it a catch. I thought maybe his body was hit out of bounds first. If I'm New Mexico State, I get up there and I run a play right away before this can be reviewed.
Boy, that was close. Let's see.
Well, they're taking their sweet time. He might have had that foot down.
The previous play of a first down is under review.
But it's like that body you said. Was the body down?
Before yeah. He was trying to drag a foot. But in real time, I thought his body hit out of bounds first.
That close, the other look we just had before this one.
Yeah,
and better one.
Remember, you need indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field. And you know what? It was called a catch. Whether it's a catch or not, I don't think you have enough evidence to overturn that. So we'll see what the officials say, but it's a high standard. The video has to be clear if you're going to overturn the call on the field. How about Parker Awad?
After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Yeah, just not enough video evidence to change the call. But I was about to say, Parker Awad kind of heating up a little bit here.
2 for 2 here after what? 0 of 7.
Yeah.
Last 7 passes, no completions. He's completed his last 2 here. That one for 18 yards.
Now, how do they handle first down? Liberty's done a good job of shutting down the run on first down. I like it when they use the back out of the backfield on first down. They haven't done it very much since the first quarter.
McGowan and Watkins in the backfield. Awad keeps that one. Brought down at the 19.
You know, it's fun to watch a guy like that, you know, bounce back from tough first game as a collegian. And the growth in just the week time, the confidence he's showing. It's good to see.
8 minutes left in the game. Awad under pressure. And he just throws that one in the dirt. That was Christian Bodnar.
And another flag.
Liberty, I think, is losing their composure.
We've seen a lot of that most of the night. Christian Bodnar came free on a blitz that they didn't recognize. They didn't pick up. No back. And also, the quarterback didn't see it.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 90. Penalties after this to the goal. That's number 90's first. First down.
And that's Elite Nairn, redshirt freshman out of Charlotte.
As you mentioned, we've seen a few of those tonight that have really hurt Liberty. You know, frustration, stuff after the whistle, really hurting them. 9 penalties on the night for 109 yards.
And with that one, make it 10 for 119. 2 tight ends here for the Aggies. Awa throwing the fade, looking for David. And there's another flag.
And they got Oliver once again. He had one arm. He was hanging on to one arm. You know, and that fade route, you have to catch up to the receiver and then try and find the ball. If you're reaching and grabbing, you're asking for the flag to be thrown.
Pass interference. Defense number 12. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
4th meeting between these two programs in 23 months.
And he's thrown the fade pretty nicely tonight. Threw it well in the first game, didn't get any points out of it. But again, he's dropping it in the bucket in the corner of the end zone where his receiver has to get to.
1st and goal from the 2. AY, touchdown, Aggies. First rushing touchdown of his career. And the Aggies said it's been 5 years since we've had Liberty here. And we want to show them that we are the top in the class of Conference USA. So far, the Aggies 7 minutes away. Going 2-0.
The middle of that offensive line did a tremendous job. I mean, you talk about opening a hole, and this young man who was so frustrated last week gets his first touchdown ever. Upset alert.
Billy Rock on every block. Even in Las Cruces. From his own end zone. And upended at the 20. Boy, Liberty, one of the most potent offensive teams in the country, has certainly had their struggles tonight. 11 penalties for 127 yards and still over on 3rd down.
Unbelievable. They've been their own worst enemy at times with the penalties, but give credit to New Mexico State for the way they've played defense and the way that they've contained him and not allowed him to get to the perimeter and run tonight.
Salter under pressure. Across the field, that's Sibley. And he's tripped up at the 40.
Very few quarterbacks can extend a play the way Salter does. Sibley comes back to him, and it's a big play. They need 2 scores. This is a huge drive for Liberty. If they want to stay in this game and have a shot at pulling it out, they need a score on this drive.
Cooley, the lone setback from the pistol. And that's Cooley with the football. And Cooley's across midfield. He's in Aggie territory.
Only his 9th carry of the night. We still don't quite understand why he hasn't touched the ball more tonight.
Had over 100 yards rushing last week.
1,400 yards last season.
Cooley again.
Didn't you feel like this offense never got in rhythm?
No, not at all.
They were never themselves. We didn't see any triple option. We didn't see, Cooley in here much of the game. We didn't see as many design runs for Salter.
You're looking at 2nd and 6. And Salter throws. That's complete to David, or Copeland, excuse me. And that's a 1st down for Liberty. Clock is ticking. It's now 6 minutes.
We can hurry, but don't rush. That's the mantra they need to be using.
Again to the outside. Mobley. He's brought down at the 28.
That's too easy. If you're going to lay off as a corner 8-9 yards off, that's a free, easy throw for a guy with an arm like that. And they're going to take the 5-6 yards you give them. I think New Mexico State's got to roll up their corners a bit. Even if you play zone, you cannot give those easy throws away right off the bat.
Again from the pistol. Cooley right up the middle. Cooley is loose. Cooley, touchdown, Liberty.
Flame on.
You said why not give him the football, and that's why you give Quentin Cooley the rock.
It's like, where has he been all night? 27-yard rushing TD. He is a bad, bad dude.
Had 16 of them last season.
You see, this is just that split zone. You see them coming across with the tight end Hanshaw, the block, the backside. Inside of that, up the middle. There goes Cooley.
Carhue, extra point, good. Lead is 2.
Back to that touchdown. Tremendous blocking up front. How about your center, Fenimore, getting 2 for the price of 1? A ping pong from the right side to the left side, opening up that hole inside. That's as good a block by a center as you'll see.
Quentin Cooley had just 6 yards rushing in the first half, 61 here in the second half.
Niners at full strength. Everybody got their bag of money.
Yes, they
Everybody's
did.
ready to go now.
So here comes the Aggies. 2-point lead. 5 minutes left in this game.
Well, they answered the bell last time Liberty scored. Can they answer it again and again? We're going to repeat ourselves. First down is so critical for this offense. It takes away what Liberty wants to do defensively when they get 4 yards or more.
2 tight ends. Awad from the pistol. It's McGowan. Looks to cut back. He picks up 3.
Well played against that stretch play for Liberty. Now, this second half, we've seen them turn the heat up on second down to try to force the issue.
Aggies have won 9 straight here at home. Liberty has won 5 straight on the road. McGowan. And McGowan. Big game for the Aggies. That's a first down, and Alex Oliver's the guy who tripped him up.
The blocks were so good, they were putting defenders on the ground. It's hard to tackle when you're on the ground. You can only reach out with your hands. Watch the guys, the blue jerseys, on the ground trying to reach to get him. No chance. Great blocking.
19-yard pickup for Seth McGowan. It's the longest run of the night for the Aggies. He gets the call again. TJ Bush brings him down. We are under 4 minutes. 3 minutes, 40 seconds, and the clock is ticking.
The Aggies should be taking their time. I think we have a timeout here.
Let's go down to the field, and here's Lauren.
Hey guys, Seth McGowan, man, I'll tell you what, 2 words come to mind when I think about him. It's perseverance and redemption. It's a guy that is so grateful to be here, and I've seen it on the sidelines all night long. Encouragement, excitement, just happy to be here. And this is a guy that you guys talked about earlier that has been through it, had to get a shot at redemption, get a second chance. He was at Oklahoma, got dismissed from the team. And, you know, New Mexico State has given him that second chance. He's soaking up every single moment, leading with a grateful heart. Every single coach and player that we talked to yesterday and today validated that, how far he's come and how far he'll continue to go.
He's been dealing with a labrum issue. It's good point there, Lauren. A young man who, again, started a career at Oklahoma, had a couple of off-the-field issues that got him dismissed from that program, and he got a second chance here in New Mexico State, and he talked a lot about being grateful for it, and his teammate says it shows he's probably one of the hardest workers now here. Washington, Ruddison in the backfield. That's Washington. Cross midfield and in Flames territory.
And here you go.
Third down coming.
Yep.
3 of 13 on third down are the Aggies.
And I don't believe that the Aggies here will put the ball in Parker Awad's hands with a drop back. The last time they did that, it was a sack and a scoop and score. If he's going to throw it, I think they'll put him on the move and make it easier for him.
Let's see if they come after it. Awad's going to throw it, and that's McGowan. He tried to reach forward, but he's going to be a couple of yards shy of line to gain. They'll be looking at a fourth down. Liberty looks like they're going to call one of their 3 timeouts, so they'll have 2 remaining. And don't forget, you have that 2-minute timeout as well.
Yeah, clock management. You know, they knew the pressure would be coming, went with the screen pass, but a tremendous job by Jerome Jolly Jr. to read that and be out there for it. And now fourth down. We've seen Tony
They've done
Sanchez
it twice.
Yeah,
it converted both times.
Yeah, he's rolled the dice.
They've done it both.
Does he feel lucky still? Does he still feel lucky?
See, in his ESPN analytics say, if it's 4th and 3, and in this situation, you go for it.
Yeah, the analytics absolutely say go for it. And given that he's done it before, you would expect him to roll the dice. But he's not. He's sending the punter out. He's like that guy at the blackjack table who's won a couple rounds. Yeah. He's like, nah, that's enough.
He went for it on his own 36, on his own 27, converted both of those, but he'll punt it here, 4th and 3.
He did coach in Vegas. He knows about taking gambles.
Brylan Green, fair catch from the 10. So Liberty will have basically 3 minutes. Of course, the 2-minute timeout will be coming up, and they've got another timeout with them. Hey, the U.S. men's
hope's alive.
Billy Lucas in the backfield. Salter throws to his tight end as Bentley Henshaw. It's complete.
Now, remember, last year as an undefeated team, they would have been the 12th seed. A loss probably will not get them there this year because their schedule is on the weaker side. They do not play a Power 4 team. That's going to hurt them, so they cannot afford a loss.
Here's 2nd and 6. Lucas. Buda Paletti making the stop. 3rd down coming.
3rd down has not been good for them, but this has got to be 3rd and 4th down.
They have not converted a 3rd down in this game. 0 for 11.
You see him trying to hear the call from the coach in his helmet.
In the last 10 seasons, Liberty has not gone a game where they've been 0 for on 3rd down. Salter gets a 1st down with his legs. Under 2 minutes, and the 2-minute timeout.
That's the 2-minute timeout.
Liberty down 2. Oh, we got to finish here in Las Cruces. AY under pressure, hit. Is it a fumble or is it a scoop and score? How about the Liberty Flames? C.J. Massell Jr. and Quentin Reese delivering the lick. First and 10. Salter using the legs again, and he's free and steps out of bounds. Close to the 40. 1:48 left on the clock. Liberty has a 1 timeout.
Now that Custer's call we just saw, if you missed it earlier, that was the play that got Liberty back into the ball game. to get us to this point right here.
The Flames have won 5 straight on the road. Here's Salter. Plenty of time. Throws. That one's caught by Sibley.
Are you kidding me? What a rocket. And, you know, he actually didn't throw that on time. He was late with that, but he threw it so hard, it got there, and the defensive back could not respond.
Pickup of 19. Receiver screen to Sibley. Breaks a tackle. He's in Aggie territory now. 1:25 on the clock. They've got 1 timeout.
They can be deliberate. They've moved the ball well. They're sitting on a timeout. They could actually still run the ball here and be fine.
And it looks like we got an injured Aggie. And he just limped off the field.
Let me ask you this.
Tyler Martinez it is.
It only takes a field goal to win, but field goal kicking hasn't always been the strong point for Liberty.
Well, that's one of the things that Coach Jamie Chadwell said. He said, listen, if we've had a bugaboo, it has been our field goal kicking, especially over the past season.
The clock.
So I would assume that he would really prefer to get in position for a touchdown than to rely on a field goal.
As they ponder in this timeout, we want to remind you, got Sunday Night Baseball. The Diamondbacks, the Astros, comes your way at 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Coverage now begins at 6 Eastern. Baseball tonight and Sunday Night Countdown. Second down and 2 coming for the Flames. From the Aggies 44. Salter, 16 of 30 for 252. Gives it to Cooley. Cooley right up the gut. Cooley's loose. Cooley's going to take it to the house. And the Flames take their first lead of the game. Oh, where have you been, Quentin Cooley?
We've only been asking for him all night. It was the same play he scored on earlier. A little split zone action, and they caught New Mexico State in a blitz. And so no free safety home. You get past that first level, and you're home free.
7 plays, 90 yards is what the Flames just did here. And now they have their first lead of the game. They'll go for 2. And that look says it all by the coach. Salter looking, throwing to the end zone. Is he in bounds? Yes!
Oh, what a job to get the left foot down by the tight end.
Reese Smith.
Oh, that's Smith?
That is Reese Smith.
Wow, good job, Smith.
Liberty waits to the last 2 minutes to take their first lead of the game. They're up 6 with 1:05 left.
The Aggies rolled the dice with a blitz. As you see Salter, he's all into it. He'd been hearing something from the crowd, apparently, and now he responded. But rolling the dice with the blitz and getting caught with it with that inside zone.
This is the guy you saw, Quentin Cooley, 6 yards in the first half.
Yeah. Now watch
He's
this.
now got 111.
Watch this play. This is the split zone. You've got this tight end coming to block backside, and then you're blocking down inside. Look at that hole. And nobody's home inside because they were blitzing. There's not a backer there. There's not a safety there. It's the exact same play that they scored on earlier. Great timing. A couple down blocks, a little kick out with the backside tight end on that split zone action, and there you go. And then at the end of this all, the 2-pointer with Smith getting that left foot in.
Minute 5 is what Parker Awad and the Aggies have. They got to go 75 yards. Cooley now with over 2,000 yards in his career. Boy, what a quarter Look, what a last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Quentin Cooley's had.
Yeah. I guess they were saving him for the fourth quarter all along.
Awa under pressure and just throws it away. DJ Bush applying that pressure.
What a
and
tough...
there's the flag. Intentional grounding. Did he get out of? He didn't get out of that tackle box.
No, and probably didn't get that across the line of scrimmage. If you're inside the tackle box, you need a receiver in the area. And if you're outside the tackle box, the ball's got to get...
Intentional grounding. Offense number 15. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. The down counts. It'll be second down.
Yeah, they had him, I think, under both rules because he's in the tackle box. There's no receiver out there. Even if he had been outside the tackle box, that ball did not get to the 25-yard line.
Down count, so now 2nd and 20.
There's a 10-second runoff.
And they'll give a 10-second runoff as well.
My signal.
There'll be a lot of folks shaking their heads wondering, how did Liberty get back in this game? And if they hold on, how did Liberty win this game?
Right.
Tough situation here with the young quarterback.
And flags. And the Aggies are falling apart here in the last minute.
And they still have 2 timeouts. But they're going in the wrong direction.
Snap infraction. Offense number 56. 5-yard penalty. Remains first, second down.
So now 2nd and 25.
He's going to have to throw the ball over the middle of the field. And that's going to be dangerous. And keep in mind, we always talk about the middle of the field being dark and full of terrors, linebackers and safeties, oh my. Young quarterbacks struggle with that.
New Mexico State is using their timeout to prevent the 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 48 seconds.
So when you have those offensive penalties, you get that 10-second runoff. They're going to call a timeout to prevent that.
Yeah, they'd already lost 10 seconds. They didn't want to lose another 10. You know, it felt like the Aggies controlled this game all night.
Please reset the game clock to 48
just a little bit late.
seconds.
2 big plays in the fourth quarter.
Both by Quentin Cooley, who, again, 91 of his 111 yards rushing came here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know, he is all that. 1,400 yards rushing last season.
And the more I look at him when he runs, reminds me of Frank Gore.
That's a really good call.
He reminds me of Frank Gore.
That is a really good call.
His nickname is the bowling ball, and boy, he came up strikes here in this fourth quarter.
He is hard to get your arms around. 5'7", about a 220, 223 pounds.
Oh man, I mean, that is a mini Frank Gore right there.
Yeah. Powerful.
5 wide here for the Aggies. Awad throwing down the sideline, looking for David. And incomplete. They were looking for the penalty. The Aggies were.
Ball is in the air a long time. Now, I am with the Aggies on this because that's been called all night long. When you've had your hands on a guy around the shoulders, they have flagged that all night. And you just want that consistency. And that's what the Aggies were complaining about. It's been called against them.
Third down. Over the middle. Incomplete. Joe Carter. I think that one hit him in the back.
It did. He was running back down the middle of the field. You see him right there. That's his job. A two deep coverage with the linebacker running down the middle, known in the industry as the Tampa 2. And he did exactly as he was supposed to.
So here's the game. 4th and 25. Again over the middle. And incomplete. And Liberty. First time in 5 years they played here at Aggie Memorial Stadium. Trailed this game basically the entire time until the last 2 minutes here of the fourth quarter. And they're going to go to 2-0 and have now won 6 straight road games and put it in to the Aggies' 9-game home winning streak.
And they will continue to be the favorite as the top group of 5 team, escaping here with a win. The experts expect them to have an undefeated season. Who knows? We'll see. They were challenged. They were pushed to the edge tonight.
This is now their 14th straight regular season victory as well. Coach Chadwell in his 2nd season at Liberty, 15-1. Liberty gets the victory over New Mexico State, 30-24. And Caden Salter finishes 16-30 for 252. But it was Quentin Cooley who came up big in the fourth.